4 things we need to know are the light condition, soil condition, the ultimate maturity of the tree, and making sure that it's sited properly. Today we picked this Japanese maple because it's the correct space for it. It has a proper light and it'll get 20 by 20 and there's plenty of room for this tree to grow. So here are the 5 tools you're going to need to get started planting a tree. First, you're going to need a mattock, which has a wide blade, which will help you take out the grass and start digging the hole. Then you're going to come in with a pickaxe. It'll help take out rocks and help loosen up the clay. Then you're going to need a standard shovel to help clean out the hole, making sure that your hole is large enough for the tree so it can accept it. Then you're going to have a couple of rakes to help clean up, and also a plastic rake, which will help do the fine tuning at the end. This is the mattock, which is going to help us take out all the grass, which will allow us to get the size of the hole that we need for the container. Now that that's done, we're going to move on to the next tool, which is your pick, which is going to help us loosen up the rocks and the soil around. Now that we've loosened up all the rock and soil, we're going to use a shovel just to remove all the soil to the proper depth we need to plant the tree. We're planting a container tree, so we're going to have to loosen up the pot a little bit. It will make it much easier to get the plant out. As we take the plant out of the pot, we can see that the roots are a little bit root bound, so that means we're going to have to loosen it up. Sometimes you could do it with your hand, or other times we could score the roots with a knife, which will help the roots successfully get out. Now we're going to be putting the tree in the hole, making sure that we're center and level and that the tree is not too deep. Now that the tree is centered and level and the root flare is above ground, we are now going to backfill and amend the soil. This is Microzyme, which will allow the root development to get started. And this is how you apply it, by rubbing it on the roots, which cuts down on the transplant shock. Now we're going to be adding some compost, peat, and topsoil mixture, which will help the nutrients of the tree. We're going to mix it in with the existing soil that we have. Now we're going to mix the two together, which will give it a consistent mix when you're backfilling. Now we're going to start backfilling. Now that we're finishing backfilling for the tree, we are then going to create a water ring, which is going to allow the water to funnel down towards the tree for initial waterings. This is the water ring that I'm creating here, which when you water will push all the water down into the roots for the tree, so it absorbs it when you're watering. Now we're going to apply the mulch, which is going to help retain moisture for the plant and keep it evenly moist throughout the season. Spread it out evenly. You want to make sure that you're not mounding the mulch up on the trunk. That can cause rot and also insects to get in there. Now what's left to do is to water. To find out what trees will be good for you, please come see us at Adams Farricker Farms. My name is Jason Becker.